Hello, hello. Hi everyone. Oh, we join me today. Hello. Yeah, today again. I started a bit late today, but it's okay. I needed to quickly run out to get something, but here I am for the day. Raspberry, guy, no, I forget to contact you. No verse, I go still reach you today. I just see your picture. I just remember. How are they? Yeah, this is Kenna of Exodus Kitchen. We are making oha soup today. So yeah, today we are making oha soup. I'm trying to set my camera very well so I can see my face and capture my pot. And as you guys always know, I deliberately when I'm cooking, my pot is always empty when I'm cooking. So I will start from the scratch and take it to the end for everyone to see. And that is exactly what we are doing today. So because I'm making a hot soup, I'm going to show you guys everything we are using so you'll be aware. So this is the shaki we're going to be using for the hot soup. The shaki we are going to be using. And I brought some snail. Is very costly here, man. Snail is really costly, but I got some snail. Um, she made me miss my smile. I miss you too, man. Good to see you. Uche actually tried calling me today. I will call him back much later on today. I couldn't pick his call then. So this is snail that we're going to be using, and so you guys know I'm a village man. I'm always a village man. And this is the intestine we're going to be using. Intestine. And we are most likely we will not use all these meats, but I might still pack some and keep. But this is the I'm going to talk about this meat much later on because when you're cooking a hot soup, it's expected that you cook your meat along with the soup itself. And because I'm using salted meat here, this what I have here is cow head. There's no way I can pull out the meat in cow head except I parboil it. So if you look at here, this meat looks almost like cooked. It's not fully cooked, but it almost look like cooked, and that is because there is no way I can cook oha soup without cutting the cow head. And there's no way I can start cooking and dip my hand inside the soup just because I want to cut the cow head. So what I did was to first of all parboil the cow head and the cow leg, cut them into pieces like you can see, not fully cooked. So that is just to help. Otherwise, typically when you're making oha soup, the expectation is that you start your cooking with the meat itself. You don't parboil meat separately, unlike when you're making something like okra. No, but I had to parboil this because it's cow head, so I can pull out the meat from it. So and because I'm not using chicken to cook this meat, so you guys know I'm not using chicken, but I chose to use some gizzard. This is just an addition. It's not so, it's not so important. But I chose to use some buju alpha. I chose to use some gizzard to just add to it. It's all about making sure that I get what is important for me when I'm cooking soup is not even about the meat. It's about the flavor one can get, or the aroma and the taste one can get from the cooking or from the soup. Meat doesn't matter so much if you don't know how to cook. So I think the first thing you want to consider when you're talking about make cooking soup, any kind of food, is how do I start cooking? Not how much meat do I have. You can have the whole cow to cook, but you're not going to get it right. So forget about all this meat. Just I deliberately titled this live stream "Do It Yourself." Make oha soup like a pro. And that is to show you that if you're able to follow me from beginning to the end of this live stream, you will most likely be able to make oha soup very good, because I'm taking it step by step. I'm not going to just rush it, because somebody here might be wanting to learn exactly how to make oha soup. So no rushing, but step by step. And this also, I want to show you guys this. This is fuku. For those of us, if you're a good cook, you know what is fuku. Fuku is lungs, cow lungs. So this is fuku. I'm gonna be using also. So if you look at this place, a lot of fish here and there, and this is the. I'm going to use another fish. I'm going to be using another fish apart from crayfish, but I want this fish like to come out in the hot soup like this. You see how this fish is? This is not the main fish I'm going to be using, but I will carefully watch this one, put it inside. It's going to get done. It's going to get cooked well, but I want to be able to scoop it out like this. That is why I brought it separately. Otherwise, I have my other fish I'm going to be adding to my cooking. And what else do I have here? Typically, if you're cooking a hot soup, you will want to, if you're in Nigeria, maybe I should, if I'm talking, I might have to speak Igbo a bit. If you're in Hi Jacinta, I can see your picture. Hi. If you're in Nigeria, you will most likely want to use akwu, that's palm nuts. You cook it yourself, and then extract the palm paste from it. I used to buy that kind of that type here, but it's no, I've not seen it for a long time. So this is palm paste. So, but the why I don't really like this one much is it has oil, a lot of oil in it, and I don't like cooking. And by the time I'm done cooking, I'll be seeing oil on the food. No. So you might notice that as I'm cooking, I might be scooping out oil from this. Maybe I will just open it and show you guys. As I'm cooking, I'll most likely be scooping out the oil from it, so you understand what I'm saying. It has lots of oil, which I'm not comfortable with.
Daddy?
Here comes.
It's bad.
I go and come, okay? So look at what this one looks like. This is the palm paste. It has lots of oil in it, good. But as I'm cooking, I will probably scoop out the oil on top. I just want it to have that akwu. You know, when you're making oha soup, it tastes a little bit better when you use akwu than when you use when you use palm paste. Oh, sorry, when you use oil like red oil. So I won't be using red oil. I'm going to be using this one. So let's get started. What I have here, I don't want to waste your time again. As I'm going, I will be talking more. What I have here is the water I used to parboil the meat. As you guys can see, is water I used to parboil the meat. That's what I have here. So let's now start. The first thing that will go in here, of course, is you want to start with your shaki. Shaki takes more time to cook than other meats. So you want your shaki to go in first. I'm not sure if I will want to use all this. I'm gonna just look for something. Let's see. I might not use all this one, but remember, if I don't, even if whatever I add here now is the only thing I'm going to add, because eventually, if it's not enough, I won't start adding more again. So let's see. Maybe I'll just add more. Maybe I'll go in with my fuku. I'm not going to go with my gizzard yet. Gizzard doesn't take much time to cook, so I will leave my gizzard here for the meantime and let this one cook. And also, I don't know if I showed you guys this intestine that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using to cook. This is the intestine. For those of us that lived in Nigeria for a long time and know how to cook, you know the very delicious taste intestine bring to oha soup. So this is intestine. And it's not. This is not in Nigeria. This is in Canada. So you know that. So I don't know. Maybe I should even put all this shaki. I don't want this thing to be too much. I'm trying to. The beauty of cooking is once you're able to measure exactly what you need. You don't want to overput some. You don't want to overput some meat and then not put some. So I'm trying to gauge how much shaki do I need here. How much fuku, that lungs do I need here, and how much other meat do I need here. So let's start with this one first. I'm going to just add some more water. Remember, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to boil this water before I add it, because once I boil this water to add it, I don't want to put this thing. I don't want to put this. You see, this palm paste is better that if you want to melt it with hot water. So what I'm doing right now is to boil hot water and add to this soup, and then I'll put my palm paste to melt it quickly. It's not compulsory, it's not really compulsory, but I want to melt it in hot water. So let's leave this for now. I'm not putting my snail yet. I want to gauge and know exactly at one point in time, do you put snail in your cooking? Do you put fuku in your cooking? Fuku lungs, like I said, in your cooking. Right now, what is important is this one. And I will show you guys this one again. My stockfish. This is the stockfish I'm going to be using. I have soaked it. I might not use everything though, but I'm going to break it into pieces now. This is the stockfish I want to use. I'm going to break it into pieces, wash it clean, add it, but it's not really so important now because it's well soaked. What is important for me right now is that this meat should start cooking very well. And while we are talking, maybe I should even break this one at once. You see how soft it is? It doesn't really take much time to break. Once I've soaked it for like 20 minutes plus already. So it's so easy. It's a very clean stockfish. So I don't need to worry myself about all those yamayama you see inside stockfish. I don't need to worry myself about it. So this is the stockfish. This might be too much for the soup. My pot is not too big, so I might have to reduce. I might not have to use everything. So let's say we use this one. I'm going to set this one aside first, and then wash this one. There's no single, and those ants that used to come to our fishes and the rest. None of them is here at all. So this will be enough for me. I would think. I don't need more than this. So I'm gonna give it a quick rinse. Yeah, and we are good. So this is the stockfish we are going to be using. This is it. We don't have to. I don't want to use everything. This is the stockfish. I'm going to add it. This is another one I'm going to add. Remember, the idea of adding all this here is we are looking for the best taste of oha soup. We are not just interested in the meat, the stockfish. Of course, those are good, but if you have all those things in your cooking and yet your soup doesn't taste like oha soup, you've got to go back to the drawing board and see what you did wrong. So we have that in there already. Now I'm going to get something. I'm going to get, this is what I have here. You see, I'm a village man. Look at everything I'm doing. It's like a typical village man. What I have here is ogiri. This is okpei. I don't need this one. I use this one when I cook the egusi soup, so I don't need it. And this one here is ogiri. Let me see. My sister brought all this for me when she visited, so I'm good. Let's see. Oh no, this is ogiri. Okpei is actually too much, but I like it though. I have plenty of ogiri here. Plenty of ogiri. You can't cook or have soup without ogiri, guys. Even if you have all the maggi in the world. If you want the best of oha soup, ogiri is important. Now this ogiri is not coming out, so I'm going to just put it in my oven for about a minute or two to warm it up before I bring it out again. So I'm just going to cover this, warm it up a bit in my oven, and we are good. So remember what is cooking here already. Remember guys, what is cooking here already is the meat. We have the shaki, we have the lungs, and then I've thrown in the stock fish. What I'm going to be adding now is a bit of the fish, but I want to put this first before I add any other thing there. So before I put in this first, I'm waiting for my water to boil so I can pour it in here and then use the hot water to melt this thing very quickly. So let's keep waiting for the water. I'm going to introduce myself again. Sorry if I'm not looking at you or calling out names. The name in Nigeria. Jacinta, what are you talking about? Can I know? Is that what you're saying? This will surely taste delicious. Yeah, surely it will. So for everyone joining us today, my name is Ekene of Ezindo's Kitchen, and I love to cook. It's my passion to cook. Whenever I'm online, I'm just here to entertain myself, and cooking is more of a therapy for me. For those that knows why this page was started, it was basically my way of dealing with some really bad situation, but it has continuously helped me to deal with a lot of mistakes which that I needed therapy to get over with. And so far it's doing what it's doing. It's going well. So I know Shinwe Victoria, thanks so much. Jacinta, but I really, Oziza is good too. Yeah, I have Oziza here. I'm going to still talk about Oziza. I have the seed and I have the leaf. So I'm going to still talk about that. I'm going to still talk about it. So I'm just trying to introduce myself more for those watching me. So it has helped me to deal with a lot of emotions, which is good. And now I'm trying to use that to reach out to a lot of I'm trying to use this to reach out to a lot of people who might love to know how to cook. So, oh my God. Now the ogiri has become too hot. This is the ogiri, it's now very hot, but I'm going to set it aside first. So I'm going to pour in water here. I just want to be sure that we are on the same page so I don't have to keep talking and talking without doing the right things. So I will still add lots of water here, so you know. I'm going to still add lots of water here, but for the meantime, I want to melt this. Remember I said you guys will see me scooping out oil from this, and that is because I don't like oil, too much of oil in my soup, particularly when I'm making oha soup. That is why I prefer the palm nuts. But if I don't have the palm nuts, I don't have a choice than to use this palm paste in like this. It's a lot, like I said, it's a lot easier to melt this quickly when the water is really hot. I'm still going to use hot water to scoop out the rest of the ones here. But because I'm cooking big soup, I'll be using two of these. I'm going to be using two of these, guys. Two of this. So yeah, for everyone that joined me, whether you joined me from YouTube, whether you joined me from Facebook, wherever you joined me from, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys. It's a pleasure, I tell you, that I'm here doing what I love to do. And I'm happy that you guys are there always motivating me to do better. I don't take any day for granted when I'm on live stream cooking. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I appreciate every one of you that has taken time to join me today. So I'm very careful. This is very sharp. So when you're doing this, please remember this is very sharp. You don't want to just cause yourself some injury. So I'm going to add, I might not add everything, but I'm going to add some more. Yeah, I think it's coming. I want to see how the color is. I probably will add everything though. And there's something I am doing today. Today for my thickener, I have two things. I bought ede cocoyam. I bought that is the raw cocoyam. I use my pressure cook or pressure cooker to cook it. This is the first time I'm using cocoyam to make. I mean the raw one, not the powder one. The raw cocoyam to make ore thickener. I don't know if the cocoyam here is the same with the one we have in Nigeria, but anyway, I'm using cocoyam today to make to make my as my thickener. But just in case if it doesn't work, the raw one doesn't work, I brought option B just in case if it doesn't work. So I don't want to be taken on unawares if that one doesn't work. So yeah, you guys can see what it looks like. It's always good, guys. If you have to cook oha soup, I will encourage you. If you have a palm nut, boil it, use it. If you don't have, try to get palm paste. Don't use oil, red oil. It's still okay if you use red oil if you don't have this one. But if you have a choice to make between this and red oil, use palm paste, not red oil. I'm going to use hot water to rinse out this. You can see there's still some there. So while this is boiling, I'm going to introduce my intestine. Intestine sometimes takes time to cook too, but I'm going to introduce it right now. Remember, this is intestine. I love intestine. That is why I didn't want to remain some there. I love it a lot. So the pot is almost filled up. So I will be careful what I add next. You see why I said I have to be careful of the amount of meat I put here. I've not even added this one. But the pot is almost filled up. And this one doesn't take, this one is nothing. This one is actually very minor. Okay, but right now I'm going to add my snail. Look at my snail. I'm going to add my snail to my cooking. The snails are actually very big. Very, very big. But it didn't cost much. Okay, right now what we are doing now is I'm going to close it up. I will still add more water here, definitely. So if you're watching, you probably might be seeing inside a pot. I don't know, but I'll be careful how much meat I'm going to add. I might remove, let me show you guys something. You see this meat, when it's cooking, it will just swell up, this meat, the fuku. So if I realize the fuku is taking so much space here, I will take out some of the fuku and put my meat. I don't want it to take so much space, but I'm going to let it to be cooking first. If I realize there's no space for my meat, I will take out the fuku. I don't really care about that so much. But let's close it up a bit. This will be what I will add last. Gizzard doesn't really take much time to cook, and I don't want to overcook it. So this will come last. This is the gizzard. So, I was scheduled to start this at 12 noon, but when I checked my spices, I realized my crayfish was remaining very small. So I had to quickly change the, thanks so much, Usha Naoji. I had to quickly change the timing to 12:30 because I needed to rush out to get more crayfish. So this is why I had to start by 12:30 instead of 12. And while we are doing this, we need to be taking out some of the plates. If we don't need them here again, we'll put them aside. We don't need this again. Most likely we will not be using this meat again because we've had enough inside. So we have enough space now to, this is my upper. I'm gonna, when I bring my soup, the cocoyam I boiled, if it's okay, I'm gonna use this to pound it. Hopefully it will work. Fingers crossed. So let's keep this one here and this one here. So, Anyway, the next I'm going to do now is wash my fish. Not this one. I'm not putting this fish yet. I'm not just going to put this one yet. So I have another fish here which I want to use for everyone that joined us today. Auntie, big auntie, Auntie V, thanks so much for joining us today, man. How's Saskatoon? Your small brother, they do things small. Thanks, man, for joining us. So I'm going to be using this fish. I think this is Asa. I don't know those food that know fish very well. I think this is Asa, and I will be adding this head, this small head inside. They are really good fish. There's nothing wrong with them. I don't have to really worry about some, what is it called, bulks or anything inside. Very good fishes. You can see it's been in the fridge for the longest time. I think since November. Yeah, when my sister came. This is it's been in the fridge, and this is what I'm going to use. But remember, I said I have this fish, but I don't need this fish inside the soup, but I want to add this one because I want to be able to bring it out exactly like this. Still, it will be well cooked. So the idea for me is, I'm cooking online. I want to serve it in a way that it would be attractive. And some people don't really know how to cook without scattering the fish. I will scatter these fishes inside the soup, these two, but I will not scatter this one inside this two. This one will come out like this as it is. So let's keep going. I'm gonna wash that fish right now. So I would say this: if you know when you're cooking and you realize the fish you're using to cook needs to be thoroughly washed with hot water, then pick out the whatever, pick out the bones. Yes, do that. For me, particularly this soup, this is purely 100% what I'm eating. When I'm making soup that perhaps my kids have to eat, I have to debone everything. I have to remove all the bones. And of course, they don't really eat oha soup anyway. It's always between ogbono and okra and afang and a vegetable soup. So this is just mine. So right now, what I want to do is, because I don't really care so much about removing the bone, I only care about the fact that there's no bug and the fish is not spoiled. This is not spoiled. So I'm just going to wash it carefully and throw it inside. It will still scatter inside, but what I'm after, even when it's scattered inside the soup, is the taste. Guys, whenever you're cooking soup, the focus should be taste. Not how much meat you put inside. Taste, but how good does your soup taste should be the focus. So I'm going to be adding this now. Remember I told you guys, you see this meat that will just keep rising for nothing. I will take everything out. This fuku, it will just be rising for nothing's sake and occupy space. So I'm going to be taking it out eventually. But for the meantime, I'm going to be adding this. Let it keep boiling. I'm going to leave it to keep boiling and then add some more water. Oh, I'm not adding this one again. I think this one is way too much. I'll keep it back in the pot. Now let me show you guys something I was talking about. I said I boiled. I told you guys that I boiled cocoyam. Let me show you what it looks like before we continue. So meanwhile, I'm going to pour in my gizzard now. My gizzard, is time to put my gizzard inside. It's time to put my gizzard there. I know the soup is getting too big, but by the time I remove all this fuku, that will make it swell up like what I don't even know. It will look smaller. I'm going to take out all this fuku from it. So my gizzard is going inside right now. As you can see, again, don't I don't want you to start wondering what is all this meat doing inside? What is all this meat doing inside? The meat, you see all this meat there, it will not make any meaning if the taste of the soup is not good. It's because I know I can combine everything effectively, get the best taste, and at the same time have good meat inside my soup, so I don't mind. But if you're new and learning how to cook Oha soup first, focus on how to achieve good taste, not how much meat you put inside. Trust me, it doesn't really make much difference. It's the taste that matters. So let's keep going. I want to show you guys. Let me get some water first before I show you guys that. Let me get some water. So I'm going to show you what the ede that I bought looks like. I don't even know what it looks like myself, but I'm hoping it will look good. That's my hope, that it's going to look good in the process. But let's see. Let me get some water first, and then we'll do that. So guys, I have to move from my station here to my sink to get some water. So you can see me moving around, and that's because I need to get some water to do what I'm doing. So I've got some water now. I'm just going to set it aside. For the meantime, let me. I don't know if I should put Mogiri right now. There's no particular time to put Ogiri. I would say this, but let me just get it in a small place. So show you guys before I add it inside. Let me just open it from here. This is what Ogiri looks. For those of us that doesn't know what is Ogiri, this is Ogiri. As you can see, this is Ogiri. I'm just gonna put some there. Ogiri is different from Okpei. I hope you guys know that. This is Ogiri. So Ogiri will go in first. I don't need to break it. By the time it go in here now, it will fit. If the soup boil a bit, it will just scatter. So even if you're using what's it called? Even if you're using Maggi to cook, please, Ogiri, if you have it, it's important for Oha soup. If you have, I want to be sure. I'm still gonna boil water to put here. So while this continues to cook, let's see what that ede I talked about looks like. The cocoyam I boiled. I don't know if it's gonna come out well, but let's see what it will look like when I bring it out. I hope it will come out well. I don't know if it will come out well, but let's see what it looks like. If it's not well cooked, I will just push it one side and continue my cooking. Oh, it's actually well cooked. It's well cooked. So I will sieve out the water and show you guys. I'm going to use this to sieve the water now and see what I can do. So this is what it looks like. For those people that know, for the southeastern guys that live in this, for the Igbo guys watching me or that will watch later, I don't know what you guys call this in your place, but this is the closest we can get to Ede Okosho. And I think, Virginia, you know what I'm talking about, right? Ede Okosho. This is what we call Ede Okosho in our place. So I'm going to peel the back now. You'll see what it looks like inside. Before then, I need to clear my station too. So I'll put this aside. Remember, this is cooking already. This is cooking very, very well already. The thing about cooking is that if you know how to multitask, you can achieve everything at the same time. So my job as I'm cooking right now is to multitask. The shortcut to the shortcut to thickener is to use this. This is like a thickener. They wrote cocoyam there, but it's not real cocoyam. I'll be honest with you. This is not real cocoyam, but it can help to thicken your soup. See the real cocoyam here. This is the real cocoyam. If you have to use cocoyam to thicken your soup, this is what it looks like. So let me peel one and see. If you know they like what I want, I could just keep pushing on one side and use that thickener. Okay, dawa. Okay, yeah, dawa is still okay too, but I don't have dawa here. Oh my, this is too hot, man. This is too hot, but I'm gonna keep doing it. It's way too hot for my hand. I have to put the vents because it's getting too hot here for me. So this is what it looks like. Again, this might not work perfectly well, but we will start with this. Let me see. Yeah, this will actually work, but let's keep going. If it doesn't work well, like I said, I will use my thickener. So everyone that joined us, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate that. Today is just one day. I want to just take my time to make oha soup from the scratch and just do it from beginning to the end, so you can do it yourself if you want to do it. And you don't even, once you're able to watch this video from beginning to the end, I believe me, you can make good oha soup. Guys, this header is too hot, so I can't keep doing this. It's way too hot for my hand. It's way too hot. I should have brought it out since. Anyway, everyone that joined, and please, when you join, whether you're watching from YouTube or wherever you're watching from, please remember to share. Remember to share, and share. I would really appreciate that, guys. Don't forget to share and let other people join us. So, oh my God, this is too hot. I hope this experiment will work. This is the first time, like I said, this is the first time I'm using this Victorious. Thanks so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. So this is it. I hope it will come out nice. If it doesn't, I have my thickener, so I'm not worried at all. So while this is boiling, I'm going to add some more salt now. I'm going to add some more salt and then I'll add Maggi. I'll add Maggi there and let it continue boiling. Some salt. And then I'll add some Maggi there. The next that will go in now is that my crayfish should have gone inside long ago, but I was busy with other things. I'm going to blend my crayfish now with uziza seed and put inside. But meanwhile, I also have uziza leaf that I'm still going to add. So I'm going to add this quickly now. I'm just going to add some seasoning. I'm going to add some seasoning right now. I'm going to add some seasoning. Guys, sometimes this is very strong, but you know the secrets of getting your Maggi so when it's strong. If you want to get it very soft quickly, if you have oval, just put it inside the oval and just heat it for about 30 seconds. You are good to go. So you see this Maggi that is proving stubborn, not to break. I will tell it that I'm better. This one is also proving stubborn. So let me show you how to quickly melt your Maggi or to get it soft when you're using it. If it's very strong and it refuses to, I want to use Maggi chicken. I don't know why this one is coming. Okay, this one is soft. I don't have to do that. This one is very soft. So I'll push all this one aside and do it later. So give it a quick turn. Remember, the soup is the meat is cooking while the soup is cooking at the same time. So right now, my crayfish that should have gone inside since, I'm going to put it in right now. Meanwhile, let's see what that looks like. This is what the other is looking like before I make my crayfish. This is what the other is looking like. I will still add some more, but let me blend my crayfish. You see, when I'm buying crayfish, if you have the option of buying this type or buying the blended one, buy this type if you have blender. This will taste better eventually, but if you don't have blender or no light, then you can buy the blended one. So this is my crayfish inside my blender. I'm going to add my uziza seed. Let me show you guys what uziza seed looks like. For those that doesn't know, uziza seed can be called black pepper, but this is uziza seed, the original uziza seed from Nigeria. This is what it looks like. This is what uziza seed looks like. I'm sure you guys can see my hand. Yeah. So I'm going to put it in here. In fact, I'm going to actually add everything. I'm cooking big soup. So look at the small crayfish I have left before I rush to buy that one. So right now I will put in some water here to blend it. So I'm using enough water to blend this crayfish and uziza now. You know what? I can as well put my Cameroon pepper inside. I'm using Cameroon pepper. It's blended already, but I can still just put it inside. Yeah, Cameroon pepper. I'll just pour it in here the much I want. I eat pepper a lot too, guys. So this is I knew it was going to happen. So I will take these things out of my space now and bring out my blender. This should go first. And this ones can move back like this. This one can move like this. And I'll bring my blender here. Why I have a very strong blender that can blend all this to very much puree before I pour it in here. That's what I'm doing. And turn it on. Put it to the setting I want. So guys, you hear some noise now. It's coming from my blender. You hear some noise. this is good. But before I pour this, I want to take out all this meat. You see all this big fuku is cooked already. I want to take it out and then put my original meat inside. If there is still more space, I will put in the fuku back. If there is no more space, I won't bother myself. So I've got to take it out. What is this stuff? I hope, oh my god, I hope I can get it. Guys, I'll have to move my camera a bit. Yeah, to get what I want. Yeah, don't mind me. I have to move out my camera to get something. So, like I said, I want to take out all this. I want to take them out. It's occupying space in the soup. You guys know how fuku can occupy space, and I don't want the fuku to occupy my space. So I will take out all the fuku inside to make room for original meat. I know a lot of people like fuku so much because it's big. A lot of people like fuku because it's big. I can use it some other time, but I really want to cook a good soup, a big soup with everything inside. So the fuku is taking my space too much. So this is it. If you like fuku, come and take this one now. So you see this space, you see all this space this fuku is occupying in this spot. Imagine all the space is occupying. Just imagine. I will still put some back if I have to, but I have to take it out first. Tina Amaka, thanks so much. So I don't come out. I removed most of the fuku. I'm taking them out. Now I have enough space. Not so much space, but I have better space now. So I'm going to speak about this thing now. If you're making oha soup, let me say this 2-3 times. What you have here is actually the taste of oha soup. What you have in this blender right now. There's 90% of oha soup come from this thing you have here, and of course the ogiri I put inside already. So if we don't have enough crayfish, enough oziza, not so much oziza, but enough oziza when you're making oha soup, forget it. Go and get enough crayfish. Don't get so much meat, but get enough crayfish. So the beauty, the taste, the aroma of oha soup is everything here. You can see it is crayfish, crayfish, and crayfish. So let's go. Remember when I said I don't like this oil? You know that oil I said I come out from that palm paste. Can you guys see that oil right here now? I will still find time. I will still scoop them out. I don't like it. But anyway, I'm going to just cover this up a bit. This is done now. I'm going to push my blender aside. And then I will wash this my baby fish. This fish is a must. This fish must come out like this in this soup. It must. It shouldn't break at all. Whatever they used to hold it must be there. You know what? I think I'm just gonna keep it here for the meantime while I continue with this my ede. This ede is actually promising. I didn't know it was gonna come out well. Believe me, and it's doing really good. This is the first time I bought it from Canadian store. It's not like the typical African store you will buy, you will see it. So I guess some people in some Canadians like it. Or I think it's been imported from Mexico or somewhere. I don't know, but I will use it and see how good it is. Let me just eat it first. It's actually tasting like our normal head okosho, almost exactly like that. So, but like I said before, thickener is not my problem. If this doesn't work, I have my other thickener ready to go. So I'm not worried about the thickener at all. So I'm just gonna wash my hand quickly.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I need bread.
You want bread?
Yes.
Can you give me some? Can you give me some time? You wanna come and say hello? Come and say hello to some people watching me online. Come and say hello. Come and say hello. No, come here. Say hello.
Hello.
Oh, they can't even see you. Wait, let me turn the camera. Let them see you.
Hello.
Alright, say hello.
Hello.
Alright, now you can go. I'm coming, okay? So yeah, let's go back to my cooking, and what we are doing now is almost done. Let me pound this egg and see what it looks like. It's very soft. I hope it's going to work well. It's actually very soft. So this is what it looks like. I will still pound some more. Oh my god, why is this not showing like this? This is what it looks like. Let me see how this fish will come out like that. My breaks. Obi, trust me, that fish must come out like that too. It must come out like that. The one I want to break, I know that, but this one will not break, will not break at all. Anyway, this is the ede. Ede is ready, but I'm not ready to put that here yet. I'm just gonna rinse. I'm gonna rinse this one so yeah, it's cooking well. I love how it's doing, but I don't like this oil. I will scoop out this oil from here. I don't like it. So let me scoop this one, the last one from the body. I want the paste, but not the oil. Remember, this is already cooked, so it doesn't matter when you put this. Actually, if you want to add some more, this is already cooked. Obi, hello, sweetie. How are you doing? Obi, don't worry, I'll get back to you. Don't mind. I really get too busy without remembering that my sweetheart wanted me to do something for her. But anyway, thank you so much for your patience, and now me and you know how far. Anyway, let's keep going. For those that don't know, this Obi, you see that Obi Ajulo not quite there. Like, she has been one of my best friends ever in this world, and I don't ever play with her, and she doesn't play with me. We're both in the same class in the university, and we remain very, very close ever since. Obi, I know you don't want me to say that, but I want to say that. We remain close ever since. She's one person I can do anything for. Obi, just so you know how much I love you, right? Obi Ajulu Onokwai. Anyway, let's keep going. Meanwhile, let's keep going. I have poured that. You can see what it looks like right now. I've got this out already. So let's remember no what is it called? No thickener here yet. The idea here is allow your soup to keep cooking. Allow it to keep cooking. You want the soup to taste really, really good. Yeah, Obi, that's banga paste. Yeah, I wanted the palm nuts. We used to have the banga shaft here, where you can use hot water to extract the oil and of course the paste itself. But I checked all the African stores here in Saskatchewan. I didn't see anyone. So otherwise we have paste all the time. This is paste. We have it all the time here, but if I'm cooking a hot soup, I like to use the shaft itself to extract my oil. But when I thought I'm bad part. As you don't have that one, use this one. Anyway, we are doing great. You can see when I remove that fuku now, I have a lot of space here. The space I have here now is for the meat. So this is the meat. Remember, I've cooked this meat halfway already. That is why it's going in right now. I have cooked it halfway already. So I might not add all the meat definitely, because I don't just need meat here. I need the soup to be very tasty. So I will still add some. So I probably will not add all the meat. Let's see how it's doing. That's enough. Not again. The rest I'm going to add more here now is water. I'm going to add more water inside and allow it to keep cooking. I think I have enough meat here already. What is left now is I'm going to let it cook a little bit more before I add my thickener. Now is the right time to add my fish. For those that doubt this fish won't come out like this, let's go for it and see. I've washed it already, but let's see. If it doesn't come out like this, I will not show you guys, so you know. But if it come out like this, I will show you. Obi, I know you want to know if it's going to come out like this. If it doesn't come, you won't see it. But if it come out like this, you will see it. Anyway, let me cover it up now and let it boil more. The aroma you'll hear, if you're in this my space here now, the aroma you'll be getting from here is so sweet, because everything is going in at the same time, at the right time. The ogiri went in when it's supposed to went in. I'm going to still add some more salt. The salt has gone in, the crayfish has gone in, and I'll say it again. If you're cooking soup, particularly oha soup, if you don't have crayfish, please just hold on, go and get that crayfish before you start cooking. Except you don't know the taste of good soup. If you know the taste of good soup, you probably will know the impact crayfish brings to the soup. Or whether it's oha soup, whether it's bitter leaf soup, whether it's okra, whether it's ogbono, whether it's afang, whether it's dikaikong, whether it's banga soup, whatever it is. You've got to understand the impact crayfish brings to the soup. Crayfish is the soul of soup. I don't know how, maybe that's the right way to put it. Crayfish is the soul of soup. Dry crayfish, once you thanks for the thumbs up, once you are able to blend enough crayfish, it is the soul of every soup you're cooking. You have to always remember that. Once you have it, you're good. Now let's see. I'm not sure if this my ede is enough. Remember, I can as well use my blender to blend this ede, but I have okpa. When I have okpa here, why should I use a blender to blend my ede? So, and for those that want to know, oh, this is taking time, this soup is taking time. Yes, if you want to make oha soup, bear it in mind that the time it's taking me now to make this is what it will take you to make it. So you don't cut corners when it comes to cooking soup. And if particularly when you want to get it right, you don't cut corners. You have to do it the right way. So I don't like this ede. Let me look from down. I don't like this one. Yeah, this one is great. So yeah, we are almost nearing the end. I've got my oha leaf here, guys. You'll be surprised what oha leaf looks like here. The oha we have here is not green, no. You guys know I live in Canada. The oha we have here is not green, so you know. So when I show you oha I'm talking about, don't even ask me, is this oha or not? You will have to agree with me that is what we have available. But the oziza I'm going to use is a little bit green. So oziza will give the soup a bit of green, that green color. But the oha, not even get any green color at all. So you know that, but I'm not bringing it right now because that is those are the last things that will go in. Guys, see how it's cooking again. It's all about cook and cook until all the flavors, seasonings, and the spices are well combined in the soup. That is how to make good soup. It's not just to put bubu tigbo inside and bring it down. Focus on I want to make good soup, not I want to cook soup. And that's why I say I titled this live stream "Do It Yourself" (DIY). If you watch this from beginning to the end, believe me, I am confident you will make good oha soup. I am very confident on that. Anyway, this is me almost done now. Just this might be the last edit I would take. If it doesn't thicken enough, I will use the other thickener. So I think this is enough. If it doesn't thicken enough, like I said, I have the other thickener I can use. So this is it. I'm done with the edit. So what we are doing now is waiting game. Remember, since I started cooking, I've not tested this. I don't even know what it tastes like. I'm waiting at the right time to test it to see if the juice will give me the taste I want in the soup. So don't worry, I'm still going to test it, but just keep watching out how it's going. This is already 1 hour, if I'm not mistaken, we started. So in other words, if you want to make oha soup, it will take you more than 1 hour to cook oha soup from beginning to the end. So we probably might be needing extra 30 minutes or thereabouts to round up. But yeah, that is it. Now for the oha I talked about, where is even my oziza leaf here? I don't even know where I kept my oziza leaf. Okay, yeah. I'm going to show you guys what oziza leaf looks like. And I'll show you what oha leaf looks like. You will laugh and laugh and laugh. But that is what we have here. So I'm just going to open the oha leaf now. You see what I call oha. You will just, if you see what I call oha, you will just laugh. But that is oha for us here. So when you finish laughing, you will know that is what we have. This is what is commonly available. Yeah, Auntie, this is what is commonly available outside Nigeria. You're right. So let me show you what I call oha. Don't laugh at me, oh, because that's what we have. So I don't think I need more than this. I don't need so much. I would rather I prefer to put more oziza than this oha. Now, this is what you have call oha here. It's not green at all, so you know it's not green at all. But this is what we'll have. So you can see what I'm talking about. It's not green. It's not green. This is the color. It's not green, but this is it. Now look at oziza. What oziza? Oziza look. Oziza is the closest to green here. This is oziza. The only thing you can get in its original color here in Canada or even in US or outside, maybe even in Europe, is oziza will always come in its normal color. Yeah, lobby alkaline. It looks dry. I make I no lie, you, it's dry. Seriously, but you see oziza, you see utazi, you see okazi. Those three leaves will almost come in its original green color. Definitely. Ogo, that fruited pumpkin, ogo can also come in green color, but not fresh. It's almost like they blanch ogo before they seal it and bring it here in this part of the world. It's almost like they blanch it before they seal it. So ogo will also be green, but not, you won't see the leaf. The leaf is not just there. So, you know. So, but I will try my best to use this oziza to give the oha soup some good green color a bit. But definitely, this is the main thing I was supposed to use to make it. This oha is the main sauce, vegetable we're supposed to use. So we are almost nearing the end of our cooking now. This is the right time for me to taste. So this is the right time to taste for spices, for pepper, for salt, for seasoning. This is the right time. Once you taste it right now, what I'm looking for as I taste the soup is I'm looking for, is the salt enough? Is the ogiri enough? Including Maggi, is seasoning, is there enough? Is crayfish enough? Is I'm looking for those spices. I want to see the taste out, and ask myself, is it well balanced in the soup? If it's well balanced in the soup, then we are good to go. So let's go for it. No, I think I need more salt. I need more pepper. I sabi eat pepper well. And I've used Cameroon pepper already. I'm going to use cayenne pepper, the red pepper. You know, those are our normal red pepper. That's what I'm going to use now. I've used Cameroon pepper. I don't want to add more of that. It doesn't seem to have if I don't blend it myself, they get better taste. The pepper from out at all. So I'm going to be using this pepper. Excuse me. This is the pepper I'm going to be using. I'm going to be adding extra. I'm going to be adding this pepper extra, cayenne pepper. I've added Cameroon pepper already. For those that know, Cameroon pepper has a special flavor it brings to the soup. But I think before Cameroon pepper gets here, the spiciness and the hotness will not be there again. So I'm adding more of this. Again, I like pepper. Don't add pepper like this to your cooking. If you don't eat pepper, don't add pepper like this, please. Don't. So this is it. We are almost nearing the end. My fish is still intact the way I want it. Obi, it's not gonna break. Don't trust me, it's not gonna break. Natural, thanks so much. So this is it. I'm going to add some more salt now and maybe more crayfish. I have small crayfish left. I probably will just add a small one left. But not everything. I just add some. And just too much. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys now. If your seasoning is very strong, this is what you do. If your Maggi or whatever is stubborn and strong, just try and heat it up for 30 seconds or more. Heat it up on either you use normal stove to heat up the seasoning. Once you find it hard to break, heat it up. You're good to go. You just break it. I'm just gonna let it go a little bit more. So I want to put the seasoning now. Remember, in this soup I have. You want to go and sit down?
What are you doing?
Go and sit down. In this soup I have snail, as you guys can see. I have intestine, lots of it. I have fish, I have meat, I have stockfish. It's in day complete one. Now let's see what this seasoning looks like. If I'm right or wrong. Yeah. You see that seasoning that is very strong. Once you remove it, it's break quickly. It doesn't even spend time. It will just break. Warm it up for 20 seconds, 30 seconds. It will just break. So don't suffer yourself trying to break the seasoning if it's too strong. Now we are almost nearing the end of the cooking. Remember, I've not added my thickener. My focus right now, once you add your thickener, you are no longer focusing on the spices to bring out its flavor. You are just focusing on thickening the soup and bring it down. So that is why sometimes it can be one of the last things you put in your soup. So I'm going to add some more water, even though the pot is almost filled up. But I need more water in this. Not only meat I go shop, I need the soup. I'm going to add some more water here. Remember, I have my thickener, so don't worry. Don't say, "Oh, the soup is too watery." Blah 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 blah. Never, it never reach when you go talk down one. It never reach because I have my thickener here. The soup will not be watery at all. It's gonna come out delicious. It's gonna come out the way it should be thick. So that is one thing you have to remember. So, and now I think this should be it for me. I'm going to add some more ogiri inside. I need more ogiri there. Ogiri, I'm just going to use something to press it quickly. I mean, to make sure, yeah, it's melting already actually. And then more salt. Where is my salt? Okay, I will just take some more from here. So once I cover this pot and open it next, the things that will go in immediately will be my thickener. After my thickener, if it boils a little bit more, I will then put my leaves and we are done. So everyone that joined today, I am always Ekene is in this kitchen chef. So welcome to my online live streaming. I just want to be able to come online with what I know how to do and be able to show people that yes, you can do this yourself. Cooking has always been what I grew up knowing how to do. I grew up under I would say world best chef ever. My sisters, my brothers, I would also add my mom, and I never grew up. So even though I was the last born, but I never grew up and I was never pampered to the point that I don't know how to do anything. I was taught how to do everything, and that's part of the pampering I got. That you have to know everything, and I'm glad that I was able to learn so much from them, and I would guess they're all proud of me right now that this small boy, so you can cook like this, Sha. I'm happy that I would guess they are really proud of me that I'm doing this, and for everyone that maybe wants to learn how to cook, you can always stick to watch my live streams, and you can do it yourself. It doesn't have to be any particular gender that would do it. You can do it. I mean, I have always done it right from university days till now, and I enjoy the cooking. So I'm happy that everyone here is watching me, and it gladdens my heart to know that people can join me on this journey on Facebook and on YouTube, knowing fully well exactly how this whole thing started, because the Isn't This Kitchen was born out of the need for me to rediscover myself, rediscover who I am, start believing in myself again, and stop doubting my capacity to do everything. Stop doubting my capacity to be rational. Always remain blunt as I should always be. I'm a very blunt human being. I'm a very blunt person, and that being blunt has put me in many troubles. And it's part of it. I can't stop being blunt. It's just my life. It's just who I am. I will tell you the truth as it is, and as much as it has landed me in many biggie, but still, I love to do that. Anyway, that is how Isn't This Kitchen started, and I hope you guys are really loving it. Let's go back to our cooking and talk less about myself. Okay, right now I'm just going to add my thickener and see what we will have. Now, remember, this is an experiment. This is the first time I'm using this thickener. If it works well, good. If it doesn't work well, I've got my other option here. But so let's get started. I'm hoping it will work well though. I'm hoping. So I'll be scooping it small. If it doesn't work well, anybody will laugh me, and me and you, not just laugh me, say no work. Because I've not used this one before. But I believe it will really work. I'm confident it will work, believe me. I'm really confident it will. I should be confident this will work. Trust me. Let me leave this one first. I don't want it to be too much. I know a lot of people like their oha soup to be very thick. I don't like my oha soup very thick. I mean very, very thick. I don't like it. I know a lot of people like it like that. So depending on how thick you want your oha soup to be, is up to you. You can use as much thickness as you want. You can use little, but I will keep checking to know if I need to add more or not. But for now, let's close it for the next 5 minutes and see how it's gonna be. So what is left here, I'm just gonna wipe my nose. I think I'm actually done right now. The only thing left here right now is these leaves. By the time I add these leaves, I want to be sure this meat is enough. Guys, is this meat enough? I don't even know whether it's enough. I feel like adding the rest of this meat too, even though it looks late. You know what? I'll add my fuku back. You see this meat? I'm adding it back now because it's cooked already, so I'll add it back. Yeah. So let's leave it and close it up for some time. See if we need more thick now. If we need more thick now, I'll add the rest. If it's not enough, I will then add that artificial one that I bought. They call cocoyam. I don't believe that is cocoyam. You see this thing here? I don't want to ruin their business, but I don't think this is cocoyam. This is not cocoyam. This is just good enough to be called cocoyam. But it thickens the soup very well. Trust me, it thickens the soup really good. So, but for the meantime, let's hope this our raw original cocoyam can help. So while this is doing, let me clean up my stove. Let me just start cleaning up the stove and hope that it gets clean. So everyone that joined me today, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys for joining me today. It really makes my day that somebody can spend their time to join me on my live stream. It really makes my day. So thank you so much for joining me. Stick with me till I'm done. I'm not done yet, so just stick with me down there. Please remember to share remember to share my cooking, okay? Share it on your platform as much as you can. Let's get more people to join us on this page. So share my video please, and please share my live stream. I really appreciate that if you can. So we are almost done right now, and yeah, this is it. Okay, yeah, so we are good. We are on course. We are almost done. Now it's way too much. I shouldn't have added that meat. It's now too full. But I'm going to open it and see. You know what? I'm going to place paper towel there. I'm going to place paper towel here. So if it's coming out, it will be bouncing on this paper towel. I knew it was going to happen, but it will bounce on that paper towel. So let's see. Sorry guys, I don't get my pot is not. This is the biggest pot I have, so I don't really have a choice than to manage it. Now let's see. Is it thicker enough? Is it even working? It's working, but it's not enough. I'll put the rest. If it's not enough, I will then put the other thickener. That one is like magic. It will just thicken the soup immediately. So let's see if this one will help. If it doesn't help, I will consult the other one. So I'm not sure if this will help, but let's see. Obi, if you're watching me, my fish is still, look at my fish, oh, my fish is still intact. Wherever you are, those people that thought this fish would not come out intact the way I put it in there, the fish is still intact and it will come out this way. So, remember guys that I put uziza leaf here, uziza seed here. I didn't put so much of uziza seed because I know I was going to still complement it with uziza leaf. Uziza leaf have a special flavor similar to, of course, the seed it brings to your cooking. So I've had some amounts of uziza seed here. I'm still going to complement it with uziza leaf to make sure that it's not too much but well balanced. So yeah, that is it. Guys, you might be wondering, why is this kitchen so small? I have a small kitchen and that's okay. I don't have a you know those big fancy studio kitchen you see online, you see people, big names have. I don't have that. I'm doing my stuff in my small kitchen and I love it. It's okay by me. I love it and I'm sure you guys love it. So don't bother asking, why is your kitchen small? Jacinta says something. I'm eating Ohad soup right now. I use ashi. Yeah. Jacinta, I'm glad I read what you said now. Ashi can work. I actually have ashi here. But I have ashi here. But you know what? I don't ever use ashi for Ohad soup. No. It's good. I mean, it's your choice. It's okay. But this is ashi here. This is ashi. But I don't ever use ashi for her soup. I bought this ashi because I want to make ashi soup of ashi next week. That is actually the only reason I bought this ashi. So ashi have its own taste in the soup that if you bring it into oha soup, it's still okay. But the taste of ashi will then react with the taste of oha soup, which is still fine. But I'm making separately ashi of ashi next week. That was why I bought this one. So I am not using this at all for my thickening. But ashi definitely is, one-way thickener immediately when it comes to thickening your soup. But it's a no-no for me when it comes to or for her. Ashi is a no-no for me. But anyway, let's see how we are doing. We are not doing badly. Let me see. Is it thick enough? It's not so thick the way I want. So apparently, I will introduce my artificial thickener. I will introduce that one. That one will do the magic quickly. I can as well use yam, but if you watch when I made of uziza, I've made of uziza before. I used many times actually. I use yam. Sometimes I don't think I even pound the yam. What I did is to cut the yam into small pieces and throw inside. It cooks with the soup and it gets thick. But for this particular foha, I chose not to use yam. I thought I could try this edde. Here that it will help. Of course, it's helping. Maybe if I had pounded a lot more, it will form a good thickener. I didn't pound so much of it. I've just pounded little. So I'm going to use my other thickener right now. I'm going to use this one. So just add some more thickening to the soup. But before I do that, I'm going to test it for salt and see. I still need some hot pepper here. I eat pepper a lot, and if it's not like the way I want it, I'll add more pepper. But don't add this pepper if you don't eat pepper. If you don't like pepper, or if for some reasons pepper is not good for you, don't add it to. I think I beg you, don't add it. If for some reason pepper is not good for you, don't add pepper to your cooking. Anyway, so let's go for this now. I'm just going to use my hand. It's risky to do it like this. It might be too much because I just need little. So I will only use my hand to take some. So this is what it looks like. This is what the thickener looks like. They said it's cocoyam. Maybe it's cocoyam, maybe it's not cocoyam, but they said it's cocoyam. So I'm just going to move it around a bit. It's almost automatic. It will thicken your soup. So let's see. Uh-oh. Just add a little bit more. Oh my god, this is hot. Oh. I'm not sure, just maybe a little bit more. I'm just careful not to add so much. I don't want to add so much. I think this should be enough. I don't want to add, this should be enough. Now it's time for me to add my oha. And of course, I'm going to add my oziza first. For those that would think I'm not adding all this, so you know, I'm just adding enough that I need, and then I'll start with oha. That's enough. Oha again. Oh my God! I wish I'm in my village, or at least I wish I'm in Nigeria to get the best of oha. Just see what they call oha here. Just imagine what they call oha. Just see B. This is not oha I'm waiting. Anyway, we are done. We are almost done. Let me see. Where is that my fish? Oh, Obi has one meal. Oh, it's here. My fish is here. It's still intact. You see, it's getting too thick now, which maybe is not high. I wanted it. A lot of people prefer their soup thick. That's okay. It's getting too thick now. Not really too thick, but because of a lot of meat inside, looks a bit thick. I'm trying to avoid stirring here because of this my beautiful big fish that I don't want to touch. That is why I'm not stirring here. Anyway, this is what it looks like, and I think, oh my God, I have battery low in one of my devices here. I hope I will finish in the next 5 minutes so it doesn't turn off. Anyway, this is what it looks like. I'm just going to close it up a bit, and I'm going to test for salt and then close it up for 5 minutes, and we are done. I'm going to close it for 5 minutes. I don't know if I need to put more. Let me put more leaf here. So more 5 minutes, we are done completely. We are done cooking. I want to see. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's now leave it for next 5. Close it up for just 5 minutes, and we are good. Just 5 minutes more, we are good. Chinamaka. Yeah, exactly. Auntie said ashi is enough for me. Exactly, ashi is enough for me. And the thing about ashi is this: if like when I make ashi soup next week, you will see the thing about ashi is No matter how much you like it, remember ashi thickens very fast. Don't add so much in, even when you're making ashi soup by yourself. Even when you're making ashi soup of ashi, don't add too much of ashi because it will get so thick. Imagine if it gets very thick when you're still cooking it. Imagine how thick it would then be when you're done cooking it. That is how ashi is. So hopefully tomorrow, I don't know if I should make okra soup on next weekend. I should make ashi. I'm still trying to contemplate which one should come first. But I don't know. But if it's actually, you guys will see the amount of ashi I'm going to use and what the texture will look like when I'm done cooking. And by the time the soup is cold or is no longer hot, you will see the change again. It will get more thick. That is how ashi works. But anyway, we are almost like done for the day. Thanks everyone. Oh my god, I don't like this thing sprinkle on my hand. For everyone that joined me today, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, Jacinta, yes, you don't have to use it again. That's okay. That's fine. But anyway, for everyone that joined me today, you guys really made my day. I really appreciate. I mean, without you guys, I don't think I would be here doing this. But you made my coming online to do this very easy. You made me to love it. And what can I say? You guys are the best. So I love you guys for joining me on for the. It's precisely 1 hour 22 minutes that I've started this cooking, and we are done. Precisely 1 hour 22 minutes. If you guys remember when I started cooking, I said, where is that stuff? I said because of palm paste. When you use palm paste, it will bring out all this oil on top. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but for me, I don't always like it. I just want my soup to look nice without this oil. But I know this oil was going to come out. I said it at the beginning because I used palm paste. So just like I said, I will scoop it out. You guys can see I am scooping out the oil now. You don't have to do this. Believe me, you don't have to. But because I want to, it's not appetizing to me to have the oil there. I have to scoop most of it out. So this is what I scoop out now. So I'm going to give the soup a quick stir. Why I don't want to scatter my fish. I don't want to scatter my fish. Let me bring out that fish before that my friend will tell me where is the fish. So let me show you guys the fish before I bring down the soup. If it breaks, if I'm bringing it out and it breaks, I won't show you again. But I hope it will not. So this is that fish I'm talking about. It came out exactly the way it went inside. Of course, a little bit of this broke, a little bit of here. You guys can see that. But Obi, look at the fish. It came out exactly the way it went inside. So this is the fish I was talking about, that I wanted to come out like this. So this is it. This is how it came out. So for everyone that joined me today, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I mean, without you guys, I won't be doing this. You guys made me feel comfortable coming to do this. Of course, I love coming in front of people to talk. I love engaging myself with people a lot. So yeah, this is it for the day. If you also watch now, it's not very thick, but by the time the soup settles, it will get thicker. So that is the idea. That is the idea. So thank you so much for everyone that joined us today. I really appreciate you guys. This is what my oha soup look like. Oha soup. So if you want to make oha soup, guys, just watch this live stream from beginning to the end, and then you should be able to do it yourself. DIY, do it yourself. Make oha soup like a pro. That is the idea. So Thanks everyone that joined me. Let me test for the last time. We are good. We are good. So everyone that joined us today, thank you so much. I wanted the juice. As you can see, I have lots of the juice inside. It's not just about the meat, but the soup itself have lots of sauce in there. So what can I say to you guys? Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys next weekend. I will come online tomorrow briefly, very briefly, maybe for about 30 minutes. I want to do something very quick tomorrow, very quick one tomorrow. Nduku Mimi, thanks so much. I will see you guys online tomorrow, but we're not going to waste time like this. For about 30 minutes, we are good. But for the meantime, when you are done cooking, let me say this before I end this video. When you are done cooking, you will definitely see the top of the soup. It will start having a kind of texture to show you, yes, this soup is well cooked. That is, if you are not done cooking, it's not going to look like this. If it's not well cooked, rather. So we are done with our food. So this is our